Howdy YouTube, in this video we are going to make live, in real time, an asset for use in a Dungeons & Dragons campaign. As well as being an artist, I'm also a big Dungeons & Dragons fan. I DM a campaign, and each week we come together and explore the world that I've built. And currently in the world, the party that I DM and are exploring the great library of Traynor, an underground city, underwater city in the middle of the lake of Gumta. Now this city has been trapped away for 1,000 years, chrono-locked, a place where no one could live or die without a constant feeling of being apart from the world. And in this city there is a library. This library is full of knowledge and books, and all things academia. However, there's one thing that's interesting about this library. One particular kind of creature that they detest more than anything, and that is the humble goblin. Within the city itself, there are many goblins. They live peaceful lives. They work on market stalls in the main town square. The sand goblins of the south. However, the goblins are not welcome in the library. This is because of a track record. Track record they have of eating books, of destroying knowledge, and all real and round just being goblins. Well, anyway, the party that plays under my instruction includes a goblin. And wouldn't it be fascinating if this goblin was to make its way into this library without picking up a Safe Goblin badge? Now, goblins aren't banished from the library. However, before they go in, they have to acquire a small pin. A pin that is pinned onto their chest and lets everyone in the library know this is a good goblin. This goblin is here to learn. This goblin is here to partake in the process that goes on. This goblin is not here to eat the books. No. So what we're going to make right here, right now, is one of these Safe Goblin badges. It's going to be a little pin that goblins will pick up on their way in to the library to indicate that they are not fair game for any goblin who enters the great library of Traynor without such a pin. Is free game for the researchers and academics within to hunt. And they are bloodthirsty things. They don't hunt normally. However, when a goblin enters their realm without a Safe Goblin badge, all of that changes. They have a leaderboard in their break room, which has been going for the last 1,000 years. In a world where people can't die, the goblins were hunted, dismembered, and just cast out back into the city. But they would reassemble, reappear, and re-enter. So a fierce competition grew up over the years. The goblins to break into the library, to destroy the knowledge, and to see what havoc they can wreak. And the academics and researchers to keep them out, to keep the books and the knowledge safe. Well, our party entered into this library, and the goblin headed straight past the receptionist, not thinking to stop and ask. Well, to be fair, they didn't know that goblins were not welcome by most. And here we are in our campaign now with a goblin, the great goblin Sickle, who walks around with a grin on his face, sickles in his hands. Charming fellow indeed. But unbeknownst to him, as he sneaks around in his roguish ways around the library, he's been hunted. People are thirsty for his blood. And now that they have unlocked the city of Traynor from its curse, death is no longer temporary. And so we're making a silly little asset that will be available in the description for anyone else to use, be it as a token or as a pin for your campaigns. It's just something I thought that could be fun to explore and a little bit different than my usual content. And we're going to try and make it short and sweet. How far are we on? We're on to 6 minutes. I was aiming for 10 minutes. But we may run over. As is typical. I don't like that colour. We have something more like this. Big lamp-like eyes for goblins. Because this is a good goblin. Gonna have big eyes. Big, lovely aquamarine blue eyes. So these pins are made by the librarian Piff. And Piff is a fascinating librarian in a mechanised chair that can fly up and down the levels, helping her to sort out books. And, of course, travel between floors quicker when hunting goblins. And she depicted upon it the friendliest goblin she ever met in all of her life. And that is the goblin Gokak. Gokak lives on the northern shores of the Vale of the Lake of Gumta and lives a peaceful life, fishing in the waters and helping people. It was Gokak that came to the aid of Piff in an attack a long time ago and helped her to safety from the goblins that were hunting her. He didn't like goblins much. He was too clever to spend times in the goblin camps. He worked out how to use tools, how to fish effectively, and learn in time to feed himself and his family. He was a very little cute fella, Piff did think, and so depicted him accordingly, with a little smile upon his face, and upon his chest a small sea green fish of jade, which Piff had gifted to Gokak as a thank you for all that he did for her. And this is the basis here for our safe goblin pin. It doesn't need to be much. It is a minor little thing that just needed a bit of life bringing to it. And we are just going to simply put safe across the top. And then maybe by Piff. And maybe we'll leave it at that. Maybe we just want to add in a little drop shadow here just to show the fisherman jumper. Do we outline? I don't think it needs it, but maybe. Should have outlined before doing the colours and should have worked in layers. We're learning many things this evening. Many things in this video indeed, but we're going to leave it there. This has been the production of the Safe Goblin badge. Available for your use, however it may be useful, down below. Sequins around the edge, just to give it a little pizzazz. We'll just pop these in. And then the badge will be complete for anyone to use that you wish. If you're a D&D fan and would like to see more creations like this, hit the like button down below. Subscribe so you don't miss them. And of course, if you've got any ideas of items of your own from your campaign that you would like a small illustration of, by all means, fill out the information in the comments below so that other people can be inspired by your ideas. But also, if it is an idea that I like, it may appear as one of the many little assets that I would be making and building over time here on this channel. So if you've got something you'd like to see, request it. I'll try and make it happen. And with the last few sequins done and dusted, we can then take our layer in the background, canvas background. We can make that transparent and just the disc will appear on your virtual tabletop. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good time.